Hey, what's good? It's Red Ink. I'm here with Tyler Rochelle. Got some little spray paint going on here today for you.
Hey.
You wanna plug yourself in?
Yeah, I'm Tyler Rochelle. I have been painting for about 4 years. And spray paint is my favorite medium, and this is where we're at today.
Heck yeah. All right. Let's get the spread. All right.
So, can you spray paint on top?
Yeah, man, let's get it. Let's
All
get
right.
it.
So, how did you get led to art?
So art was actually kind of like a therapy form. Like I've always been creative, but I've never really been like the sit down and draw type of person.
Right.
And it kind of came when I was at a time in my life where I wasn't really happy, you know, with what I was doing. And I wasn't, you know, fulfilled.
Right.
And it was one of those things that was suggested to me. It was like, you know, why don't you do this? And so I picked it up one day, and it kind of stuck.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Okay. There's a certain type of energy.
You got to dig deep for it.
I'm loud on like the construction site,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
you know.
So you also do construction.
Mm-hmm.
You like it?
Oh, I absolutely love it. I'll say when I first started, it was more about purpose.
Okay.
So that was kind of the driving factor in me learning as much as I've learned so far, and for learning more. You know, to be able to create an environment for somebody in the way that they see it in their mind is a cool skill to me. It's art, and to get paid for it, you know what I mean? That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
That's a beautiful thing.
yes, it is.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You good?
It's all good. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But
No, you good. I got caught in finish.
you said spray painting is your favorite medium.
Yes.
But you do a lot. I've seen you do several different things, and you will learn a new skill fast and
That's
just
what's up.
experience. What drives you to be so versatile?
One thing I don't like is being put in a box. And I'm very adventurous as a person.
Okay.
And I think it shows in my art. Spray painting is cool, and it's fantastic, but it doesn't really work that well in the winter.
Right.
You know, so some mediums are limited by the weather and things like that, and then some affordability.
Yeah. That's for
Some
sure.
of it time.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's more about the process of creating than actually saying, here is something I have to sell.
Right.
And to say, boom, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Come up with.
You do art regardless of compensation. It's just for you.
Absolutely. When I first started doing art, it was a lot of free art. When I first, I'm sorry, y'all. When I first, oh wow. When I first started selling my art, it was out of necessity. I was living in New Jersey, and it's expensive up there, y'all.
Yes, it is.
It is expensive, and I had a good job. I was working as a data analyst, but it still wasn't covering, you know, enough. So I took my paintings and I started walking downtown to eat, and I'm pretty sure that most people felt like bad for me, which is why I bought them. And I was letting them go for like, you know, $20, $30 just to have something. And sometimes I would trade them for food.
Right.
So like it was a cool way for one to kind of break out of my shell, because I used to be a very shy kind of individual.
Yeah.
And for two, it was another form of income. But I will say one thing is not to get too caught up in that aspect of it.
Right.
Because then your whole artistry starts to change. And I'm not gonna lie, I've done it. When, you know, when things started getting kind of popular, like when I started painting at the old house.
Yeah.
And, you know, people started asking me for requests and different things like that. It was like, yeah, man, I'm doing, yeah. What? Oh, you gonna pay me this for that? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Because it was, to me, it blew my mind, for one, that I could do it because it was kind of one of those hidden talents. And for two, that, you know, people took an interest in it. Because in Jacksonville, at least to me, like, I'm born and raised here, there wasn't, other than like art class, there wasn't too much art exposure, right? Especially of a diverse nature, and that's something that I'm very, very passionate about. So, as long as I can get people interested in art, I think that's a cool way to, you know, like, that's the purpose of art to me, is to inspire somebody else to find their passion, you know.
I see you use the bag. What does that exactly do?
So the subway bag. No, you so different things add different textures. And you know, sometimes I use newspaper, sometimes honestly it's whatever's lying around. I'm one of those very resourceful artists. I try my best not to spend too much on material, especially if it's something that I'm just, you know, I need to create, I'm feeling free, I need to do this right now. I try to kind of use what's around me to be inspired by it and, you know, kind of incorporate it into what I'm feeling, because each piece does kind of capture a memory for me. Like, I haven't found, like, you know, some people who are athletic now, I was athletic, but I can't tell you what I hit in this game back when I was in high school.
It wasn't a passion.
And I loved it, you know what I mean? But this, to me, honestly, like 10 years from now, I'm going to remember this conversation when I see this picture. You know what I mean? And I think that's powerful.
It is.
What is this?
This is a Frisbee from the Dollar Tree. And like I said, I am a resourceful individual. This is kind of something that I picked up doing, watching YouTube videos, you know, late at night, being bored. And research. Yeah, absolutely research. So I was in that, I found various things around my house to help me in this exploration. So honestly, I've used like chargers, like, you know, the plate chargers. I've used like tops to pans, old pans, and it's, you know, whatever you have, you use, and I think that's the beauty of art. It is. It's a reflection of you and what's around you.
Like visual expression, your only outlet?
No, it's actually not. It's the only one I share openly, if that makes sense. It's the one I feel the most confident that I'm expressing what I'm actually saying. But I do a little bit of like poetry, and I'm very interested in kind of all the arts, just like, you know, me actually making and painting and doing all types of woodworking and stuff like that. I'm very interested in just creative expression, period. And there's a lot of ways you can do that. Like, I've seen barbers who I definitely call that art. I've seen people toast on pizza. You know what I mean? Who, when you watch it, you know that they're in their flow, they're in their zone, and that's art to me. I mean, that's beautiful. Anything that can take you there, that's a beautiful thing.
It is.
I talk too much. Straight like that. And sometimes I'm not as pointed or as direct or as aggressive as I need to be with my words. I got you. You know what I mean? So I'm working on that. It is coming. Oh, it is coming. But as of right now, it doesn't get across like I would like it. But it's, like I said, it's coming. And I also, nobody knows this, but I fire dance.
Nice.
I spin fire, man.
Hell
and
yeah.
That's coming. That's coming in a couple forms.
That's cool.
This summer, I have my partner, one of my peoples. You know him, but I'm not gonna out him right here. But he'll be doing it with me. And I'm trying to bring kind of a different vibe to it. You know, so we'll see.
As you should, always bring your own touch. What feeling do you get when you do it?
Free, man. I feel like, you know those lo-fi videos where they play in the background, where they just got this person like in a dreamy state.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that, but
Okay.
like I'm more solid.
I got you.
If that makes sense. Like I know I'm here, but I know that I'm in a zone that nobody else can really pop. You know what I mean?
The fire doesn't scare you?
It did at first. And it scared my mom too. Like she was like, "What are you doing? What the hell?" You know?
Yeah.
And it was one of those things that I was like, man, either I get it or I don't. And thankfully I got it.
That's what's up.
That's where we're at with that.
That's cool.
Everybody knows that the road to being an artist is a struggling one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it a roller coaster.
Okay. Alright.
I'm gonna call it a roller coaster because honestly, man, your support system defines so much of your journey.
Yes, it does.
You know what I mean? And not only the support system you have, but how you perceive it.
Mhm.
Like you can have a good support system and not know it and appreciate it.
Mhm.
Or vice
Because
versa.
you're looking at the wrong.
Exactly. Or vice versa. You could have a trash support system that will really only hype you up because you're cool in that moment.
Yeah.
And then when things start to go left, then you know you're left with nothing.
Yeah.
And no one. And it's I would say that and time management.
Yeah.
And balance have been my biggest struggles.
Yeah.
You know, not so much appreciating my network, but being able to actually reach out and be able to work with my network. I
Right.
feel a little bit, because I am a little bit diverse in my art, and people see that, and I appreciate that they see that, but between like the construction, me trying to kind of feel my way there, like I want to be both property brothers.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Like this is a passion of mine. Like art, it's really, the canvases are how I started. You know what I mean? But my goal is to be able to fill people's environments with art that they can appreciate and art that, you know, resonates with them on a personal.
You do construction and you do art. You said art is your passion, but is it ever you wanted to make it your job?
So that's a scary thing for me. And it's something that I've wrestled with, especially since 2020 kind of shut us down.
Yeah.
I've always been the type of person to not say stagnant, you know what I mean? And not, just like I said, not really be boxed in. So for me, for one, the starving artist stereotype is not something I wanted to align myself with. And, you know, at the time when I started, I really didn't appreciate what I was doing for art. I was just like, yo, this is a hobby, and for some reason, you know, people are, you know?
Yeah.
So I kind of saw construction as a backup for, you know, this is kind of like my dream, my ideal, like, you know, some people dream of being on stage, and I don't like that. So like, some people, you know, this to me is a beautiful way to share my gift. If you could say that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. If you ever...
Yeah.
That is dope. If you ever came to the place where art would take you places financially that construction wouldn't, would you choose that path?
Absolutely, man. The way I feel, I am relatively young, you know what I mean? And I feel like now is the time to pursue things like that if I was going to do it.
Right.
And honestly, youth doesn't have anything to do with that, but I feel like I'm in the prime of this right now. And if that opportunity did come, I think it is definitely something I would get on, because I hate to say it, but people are always going to need houses.
Yeah.
You know, and I may not always be able to do it myself, but I'll find ways to stay involved and stay relevant. So
Yeah.
it's, you know, it's a backup. Yeah. Both shows.
like that. That's hard.
You cut that from.
So I just ripped this. I had some leftover poster board from a project earlier.
Yes.
And yeah, I just kind of ripped it into some cloud looking form. I'm gonna do this a little
That's
bit.
crazy.
Ain't it dope?
Yeah.
If you could give any jewel that you picked up along the way on your journey to the younger generation, or even not even the younger generation, because you can inspire the older generation. You know what I'm saying? What would it be?
As far as like art, or
Yeah,
as far as
art.
I say, man, don't ever feel like you're not good enough. You know what I mean? I found that a lot of people that I talk to, and it's so sad, they're like, oh, I can never do it like you, I'll never, do it because it won't be good. Like, art is subjective.
Yes,
The reason
it
I
is.
did
Highly.
abstract art is because nobody could tell me it was wrong.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That
At the
is
end of the
true.
day, I
love
did what I
abstract
did,
art.
and that's it.
Yeah.
So, I feel like when people say, oh, I'm not creative, I think that's a false statement.
Yeah.
You're creative in something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might love clothes. You might be one of those people who could freak a thrift store outfit and make it look like it was $2,000. You know what I mean? You might be the person who's super into cars and can trick a car out to make it, So I think everybody has their thing that they're creative in. They just have to find it. They have to have some type of motivation and put they do have to put forth effort.
To express
I will
themselves.
say,
Facts.
as natural as this feels, there was definitely a lot of effort put into this. You know what I mean?
It took work.
From learning it to learning what I like, to learning what I didn't like, to learning why is it coming out like this.
Yeah.
And not only that, but while I was learning it, it was like, it's so simple. People are telling me, oh, they can't do it. It's just steps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And once you learn the steps, then you just put your own little razzle-dazzle in it, and boom, that's your art.
Facts.
So, to me, anybody can do art, and everybody's an artist. It's just, you better be brave if you claim that for a career.
That's art. Yeah.
You gotta be a different type of individual.
Yes.
But I honestly think that's that.
Yep. And, appreciate your time.
Yes.
Absolutely, man. It was an absolute pleasure.
Can I get a close-up?
Appreciate you having me.
No doubt.
It's beautiful.
I'm gonna be finished in like 2 minutes. I'm just doing extra stuff now because sometimes I don't know when to stop.
Oh,
Just,
Some layers, yo.
yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, crazy.